The rain has cleared up and it has become a gorgeous evening for softball here in Urbana, Illinois. It is an interstate matchup between the Eastern Illinois Panthers and the Illinois Fighting Illini here at Eichelberger Field, and two teams that are separated just by a measly 40 miles alongside my co-host. This one's flied out to center field. Yazzie Avila making the start out there will make the play in out number one for the girls in Navy. Brilliant mark for a batting average. Not many hitters can hit over 400. This one's spanked on the ground and one hop over to the third baseman, Addison Carroll, and she makes the play. So good play on the one hop. 273. 25 driven in. This one's hit on a line to second base, but Kiris Click will make the play on the soft liner. And a 1-2-3 inning on Eastern Illinois. But her ERA is 3 ticks lower than the team ERA. Just absolutely unbelievable. This one's hit over to second base, and a quick out number one for Oslanzi as Alicia Frederick makes the easy play.
Yeah, and that got her the honor of the Big Ten Softball Weekly Award. It was the first for the Illini since 2022. It's brought to you by Stevie Mead.
And there's a strike three swinging for Mackenzie Oslanzi.
In relief on Sunday morning, pitching the first game of a doubleheader against SIUE.
The first pitch that Eileen Donahue sees, she hits on the ground to third, and now a quick 1-2-3 inning on the Panthers side. 0-0. Illinois lineup have at least 2 home runs on the season. 1 through 5 have at least 4. And on the Panthers side, this one's hit on the ground, and a nice play over there by Carroll for out number one. On the Panthers side, Grover has 10. This one's off the end of the bat. Roller up there to Kiris Click, and she makes the play. So 5 up, 5 down for Megan Nectarline.
Yeah, so far the
Haynes can get on base. She has 435. Oh, this one's on the ground to second base, and Kiris Click makes 2 straight outs. I was just about to talk about her on-base percentage. Have made an out. So now here in the bottom of the second, it'll be Addison Carroll who hits the first pitch she sees up the middle, and she'll get on base with an infield single. Mackenzie Oslanzi does Oslanzi, and now the bunt from Ella Cushing. Last person you would expect the bunt to come from, and she gets the job done. Advances Addison Carroll. Ella Cushing known for her power, this time taking the sacrifice. This one's hit on a line, soft liner out to right field to land foul, or ran fair rather, my apologies. She dives back into first. I really did mean to say fair there, my apologies. It'll be a single for Paige Birkmeyer. Now runners on. Now the payoff pitch to Yazzie Avila, and she'll take ball 4. So the on-base leader for Illinois will get on base via the walk.
We're going to send Taylor Porter to.
So now quickly down in a hole is Taylor Porter, looking for that first RBI of her career. And it will not come here as she swings through strike 3. And 3 pitches for the strikeout in this interstate midweek matchup. Ella Katie against Mackenzie Oslanzi, and Oslanzi wins the battle. 2 straight strikeouts will set Illinois down, and they leave the bases loaded here in the second inning. It's still zip to zip here after 2. We'll be back for the Panthers top of the third on. Even better to see it behind the plate. Usually you'll see some vets back there being the battery mate.
She connects with that one, sends that right into the glove of Megan Nectarline. She was as cool as a cucumber in the circle there. Didn't even phase her
today.
She makes contact with that, sends that out to left field. Stevie Mead gets there in time. Good scoop out there in left field.
Very good jump out there in left.
Roll in their 10-inning win over SIUE on Sunday. She had 2 hits where she drove in 1 run, and there she goes again, sends that right into the glove of Kiris Click. Fighting Illini close this inning. The score is still 0-0 here. The back here, Stevie Mead at the plate. Makes contact with that, sends that out to right field. Cervani Sophie Cervini makes quick work of that one, flashes a smile to the crowd, and Stevie Mead is back to the dugout.
Yes.
Pitches in, and that'll be a walk. Kyrus Click will be at first.
Very good take there by Kyrus Click.
Also Illinois native. Makes contact with that, sends that out to Frederick. She's gonna be out at first. And Click is gonna make it to second safely, sitting at third, scoreless. Pitches in, that's gonna go wide. Click is gonna go to third, and she's gonna make it there real easily, that's for sure. Here in Champaign. Makes contact with that, sends that to second. Frederick should be out at first. And that will be the end of the bottom of the third. Oslonzi gets out of this inning. Stay tuned for more on Big Ten Plus.
Fly out to center field. Got underneath it.
It's contact with that. Click is going to come in to get that. Sends that to Donahue, and she's safe. And the Eastern Illinois Panthers will put their first runner. Grover makes contact with that, sends that out to Yazzie Avila. Avila gets that. And it looks like Abby Crane is going to stay at first.
What?
Abby Crane with 11. It's dangerous to have them out there on bases. Quick work of that at second. Abby Crane will be out. It was Lizzie Stiverson. Got a hold of that one. Sent that into Kyrus Click.
Yeah, good play by Stiverson. Wasn't rattled by the.
That one hits the dirt. Send Frederick to second.
That ball got about halfway to home plate before it hit.
And that one, Davey swung big on that. That's going to be strike 3 for Megan Nectar. Cushing sends that one perfectly placed out into right field. Hits the wall. She's rounding first. She's going to make her way to second safely. Stay there. Claps from Ella Cushing. Slonzi looks to close this one. Paige Berker makes contact with that. Sends that to, I believe, Alicia Frederick. Zoe Howard looked to go. Stayed the second. Made the right decision there.
Yeah.
Makes contact with that one, sends that up. Third baseman Kendall Grover making quick work of that. Zoe Howard remains on second base. Yazzie Avila makes her way back into the dugout.
Lizzie Stiverson is on deck, so she will get an at-bat.
Delaney Mosley makes contact, sends that straight up the middle, is going to make it to first, and Zoe Howard to third.
Really good play out there by Carson Davey to get this one in quick, and she made a really nice throw in.
Slonzi winds up. And Stiverson swings big, and that is going to be it for the bottom of the fourth here. We're going to go into the top of the fifth, scoreless. Defensively ranked fourth in the OVC in RBIs for the year, tied for third in home runs, and just as I was talking about that, she threads one out to left field. Great hit by Brianna Gonzalez.
Yeah, sneaks one through the hole over there on the left side of the infield. Carroll's been good over there. The designated player, Morgan Hantz, who lays one down. It's a good bunt in front of the plate, and Paige Berkmeyer throws her out by a half a step, but it's a sacrifice bunt. And now the first base runner, now the 2-2 to Sophia Ullman is hit in the air, foul territory. Kyrus Click will slide, and it drops out of her glove. Almost a web gem by the Illinois second basewoman instead.
She's no stranger to the circle.
This one's sent on the ground to shortstop. Lizzie Stiverson makes the play and holds the runner at second base. So now 2 away here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, again, the Illinois.
This one's hit in the air to left field, and an easy play out there for Stevie Mead, and out number 3 for Illinois. And another scoreless inning.
Making a big impact on here on campus.
This one's hit softly on the ground to third. Kendall Grover was playing in, so she read the play nicely and made a good play. Is unfazed by that play, and she gets another one on the next pitch. This one much harder hit, but just as easily shown by Kendall Grover.
Yeah, Kendall Grover, the junior, has almost 3 years now of experience under her belt.
Are pretty wide open. And this one is on the ground instead in the hole, and Brianna Gonzalez can't make the play. It would have been a worldie had she made the throw, but an easy infield single for Eileen Donahue. This one's up the middle and steps on second, and Brianna Gonzalez makes up for the play before. Up there is Sophie Cervani for the Panthers. She'll slap one the other way. Will it get down? It won't. Stevie Mead made a good jump. And a quick out, number 1 here in the 6th.
We talked about the pitcher's duel we have.
Line's only given up 2 hits on the side of the Panthers. On the side of Illinois, they have 5 hits. This one's hit on the line and over the head. For hit number 3 of the Panthers, it will go to Abby Crane, who now has 2 hits and sits at, and now the full count. Here to Grover in the top of the 6th. 1 out, runner on first. Here's the payoff pitch. It's outside for ball 4, and the Panthers have 2 base runners for the first time this evening. Over. Alicia Frederick will swing and drill this one out to deep center field. It gets off the wall. The runner, Abby Crane, had to hold up to make sure it was caught, but she will get there to score, and so will Kendall Grover. She slides in ahead of the tag, and a 2 RBI double gives the Panthers to the lead here in the top of the 6th for Alicia Frederick.
I got the Eastern Illinois fans fired up, that's for sure. Taking another look at this huge swing out. I thought maybe it was going to get over the wall. Drops right in front of it. You can see Crane rounding.
Let's take a look at this tag on Frederick. It was just missed by Paige Berkmeyer on the way by.
Look at it here. See Stuyvesant into Berkmeyer. Berkmeyer taking this frame by frame, gets a hold of it.
Oh, it's very close. I don't know if she gets her on the wrist. Will she call it tagged right there? Other than that, it looks like she slides in safely. I'm going to say they will call her safe at home, so not enough clear information to overturn it.
And this is why we are not umpires.
Tony Fernaro's old baseball number. Here comes the next payoff pitch, is just off the plate, up and away. Ball 4, and Davy wins the battle after picking up a bruise on her. Very active takes for Brianna Gonzalez. That means you're locked in at the plate. This one's ripped the other way. Will it get down? It won't. Good basket catch out there in right. And she'll do a little dancey dance. I don't think that's Lizzie Stuyvesant or Taylor
Delaney
Porter anymore.
Mosley.
That's Delaney Mosley out there. But a lot of the time you will see the third basewoman up there. I was just mentioning Kendall Grover last inning because she was way up there, and there's a base hit. The runner at third will be held up and now in a pickle. She got too far off the base.
I mean, this is a scramble here.
And she will be tagged out. That's Alicia Frederick. So a pickle ends the inning. That is just unreal. As that one's just off the outside part of the plate for ball 4. You saw the Eastern crowd get loud for that one. They thought it was strike 3. There is a very big... Paige Berkmeyer pops this one up in foul territory. And a good play over there by Kendall Grover for out number 2. Out number 1, rather. My apologies. Behind her at 44. And she'll take ball 4, so back-to-back walks. Not back-to-back, excuse me, but 2 walks in the inning. Yeah, Both these teams just one more series in their respective conferences this weekend. This one's rocketed the other way for a line drive. It'll get all the way to the wall. Illinois will score one. Yazzie Avila being sent around second. She'll score as well without a throw. And Illinois has tied it up here in the bottom of the sixth. They answer right back with an RBI double of their own. Will shake Carly McKenzie from this one. What a brilliant swing by Delaney Mosley.
She's really good at finding the gaps here tonight, able to send Miller and Avila home. Ties up the game here in the bottom of the sixth.
Now the 1-2 coming. Hit in the air to the right side in foul territory, and a great play over there at first by Abby Hatton. It was an over-the-shoulder basket catch for out number 2. We will do it again here at 3-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Illinois trying to take the lead here late. The next payoff is hit in the air. It's shallow to the left side. Now it drifts into foul territory, and the play is made by Abby Crane. But Illinois gets in 2 RBI double.
So we were going to see an explosion between both teams to just see who gets more runs in.
Here in the 7th, it's Sophia Ullman lifting one out to right, and Delaney Mosley, who had that 2 RBI double in the last half of the inning.
Walked 2, not too much action there.
The 3-1 is taken for ball 4. So now a 1-out base runner for the Panthers. Timeout. She'll slap it on the ground to third. That was Addison Carroll, who had to double clutch because Kiris Click wasn't at the bag yet. The next 2-2 is hit in the air to left field. Stevie Mead is camped under it. In and out number 3 here in the 7th inning.
Illinois.
The next full count from McKenzie is in there for strike 3.
Huge from.
And here comes the next payoff pitch. It's hammered out into center field. It will die out there right in front of the warning track. I think it was right just in on the hands of Eileen Donahue. And out number 2 here. Full count for Carly McKenzie in her last 4 innings. This one's hit in the air out to center. This one's carrying back and dropped out there in center field by Carson Davey. It'll go down as a 2-base error. And brilliant by the catcher, Sophia Ullman, and on that pitch, she gets a nice frame, and 1 pitch later, they're out of it. We go to extras here.
Out. And now we're getting into a little bit of more offensive production.
And that was an off-speed, but it hung, and Grover was able to rifle it right back up the middle, and the leadoff woman is on.
Just Kendall Grover on first to make another big impact.
This one's hit on a line, but right at Lizzie Stiverson at shortstop. Couldn't get it out of her glove in time to make a throw over to first, but it would not have mattered as Kendall Grover was back in time no matter what.
You know, Tony, I'll always be in awe of how quick.
The next pitch, the 2-1 from Danica Frazier, is off the end of the bat. Tough play by Click. She does flip underhand to first. And an emphatic call over there at first by Jonathan Hand. And out number 2 here in the 8th. Look out over there was Charles Blackwell as he had to matrix dodge out of the way of a line drive as ball 4 skirts all the way over to the Illinois dugouts. And
you said Kendall Grove to third.
The runner on second, Kendall, being 1 batter too late, as I'm sure she only has 1 base runner left in her. And it's Hance, and it's a 1 pitch, 1 out, and she'll point to her first basewoman Eileen Donahue. They get out of the first pitch, first strike she sees is sent in the air to right field, and a can of corn for Sophie Cervani, and out number 1 in the 8th. So far, she's 2 for 2, including that 2 RBI double that tied the ball game up in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Yazzie Avila, line drive to left field. It'll stay up for Abby Crane. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. This one's up the middle, and a tough hop over at second base will mean an infield single. And Illinois has a 2-out base runner here in the bottom of the 8th.
Delaney Mosley.
Here it is to Lizzie Stuyvesant. She hits it in the air to right field, but a can of corn out there for Mary Beth Dyson. And we go to the 9th here at Eichelberger Field. Raining pretty heavily, and the tarp was out pregame. And since about an hour and a half pregame, as there's strike 3 swinging for Danica Frazier. About an hour and a half before.
Absolutely. And as you can take another look there at Danica Frazier's strikeout. Some enthusiasm coming out of her. Great to get this Illinois defense moving.
Oh, and the first pitch that Abby Hatton sees, she hits it on to shortstop. And Lizzie Stuyvesant has it go.
Making 32 starts. This is only her 23rd appearance this year.
This one's hit up the middle and through for a base hit. The Panthers will go station to station, but now they have something brewing.
Huge for Eastern Illinois.
It absolutely would. That was strike 1. My apologies. This one's to short, and the only play is to first for Lizzie Stuyvesant. But a good play to get the speedy runner Abby Crane. That's the speediest runner in this Panther lineup. Never an easy play on a ground.
1.
I am almost speechless that, I mean, the intentional walk will go down, but those were not the type of pitches you usually see for an intentional walk.
Alicia Frederick to the plate, who's had a huge day.
This one's bounced on the first pitch. Kyrus Click makes the throw, and it's thrown away. It will be 2 unearned runs. The throw to second is in time for the 3rd out. But Eastern scores 2 on a throwing error by Kyrus Click. And Illinois will now go down to the 9th, down 2. They'll take a look at it at second base. We'll take another look at it as well, as Kyrus Click had to rush the throw, and it just got by Eileen Donahue at first base. The runner had already came across, and you saw the tag came. So they'll clear the field, but not before Eastern scores 2 unearned and take the 2-run lead.
What she started.
Slanzi on the evening, as this one's a laced out into right field for a leadoff single for Stevie Mead, excuse me. As this one gets away to throw to second base, and Mead will take second.
Great job staying in, being aware.
Went back-to-back to win it against States, as this one's in the air to right field. This one much easier play for the right fielder. That's Mary Beth Dyson, as the throw comes into third, and it was closer than expected with a single and advanced on the throw in on an error. Here's the 1-2 to Eileen Donahue. It's hit in the air, but camped under it is Mary Beth Dyson. Mead will tag up. Will she get home? She will, as the throw is up the line. So now Illinois is only down 1. It's 4-3, but they're down to their final out of the evening.
Yeah, take another look at that. Stevie Mead taking her opportunities as they come, as she has since singling to first.
And you saw that she did get her fingertip going by on the slide on the plate. But I believe the umpire, as this one's hit up the middle, and there's the ball game. The Eastern Illinois Panthers have come into Champaign and beaten the Illinois Fighting Illini. They get their first high major win of the season, and just a cherry on top of what has been a beautiful season for the Eastern Illinois Panthers.
Yeah, you're looking here at the final scoreline. You can see innings 1 through 5. As we talked about, huge pitcher duel. Then we saw in the 6th, we saw some offensive productivity with 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and then 7th, 8th, again, back to that no-scoring pitcher's duel. And then in the 9th, Eastern Illinois got it done. put points on the board. And you saw Stevie Mead making that great effort to get home.